One of the things that we really want to bring to a very competitive genre is this concentration on narrative. We have a very dark and mature story that we want to tell in a very unique setting in Dubai. There's so much money there, and what it gives us is this extremely unique setting for, I mean, this is not your standard shooter battlefield. This is these opulent, decadent, amazing areas where you have these crystal giraffes that are showing up. Where does that stuff come from? I mean, like Lugo says, where do you even buy one of those? The story is trying to tell the story of the squad as they journey into the heart of darkness. And what happens in Dubai, there's horrible things going on, and they get there thinking it's a simple mission, and they find out that it's not what they expected. And so throughout the story, you're finding out that things aren't what you expected, and you're having to make these decisions. And this is where the subtitle comes from, the line. It's the line that soldiers every day are asked to approach and potentially cross. And do they, what's their decision? What are they going to do in this particular situation? Do I pull the trigger? Do I not? Throughout the game, you'll find different areas where you have to make these decisions. And within, as far as the game is concerned, there's really not a game over sequence. There's no right or wrong answer. So you have a split second to make a decision, and again, similar to what we saw at the end of the demo, pull the trigger or don't. And that's, there's other ways to approach that situation, but what are you going to do, and how it will play out differently, and it will affect the story as you move along. There will be some multiple endings, but we're not gonna go into too much detail about that. The city has been destroyed by these cataclysmic sandstorms that have ravaged the area, and so it gives us a really great backdrop to be able to tell this very dark story. The sand makes sense because we're in the middle of the desert, and so what's happened is a lot of the city is entombed. So certain areas have not even been touched by this sand. You've got this sand avalanche that the player is able to use to even the odds. And so throughout the game, if you're perceptive and you're paying attention, you'll find all kinds of areas where you can do exactly that. Turn the tide on your enemies and wipe them out with this, tons of sand just falling on them. If you're not so perceptive, they can actually turn around and use those on you. Along the way, you'll find other weapons that you can use, and you will discover other things. It's not just what you start with. You will discover more things to play with. We are planning on telling some of the backstory and how things got to the point that they are when the player starts the single player campaign. So you'll get to see some of that backstory, and that will be what the co-op offering. Within the multiplayer, we do have a full leveling progression that you'll unlock new essentially perks and upgrades to weapons and things like that you can use to customize your character within multiplayer.